Hey everybody, we are talking about the Doom 3 Mutant boss today. This is, in my opinion, the hardest node in the raid. I haven't played the tech section much. There might be something harder there, but we do have a tech raid team coming out this patch, so we can be sure that once that team is out, this will be by far the hardest node in the raid. It's a two-shot. The sacrifice team we're going to want to use is just our biggest leftover mutants. For me, that's going to be Weapon X. We want to always include Emma because Emma will slow the enemy team with her passive. We want to make sure that Silver Samurai is out here if we are using Weapon X because he will give the Weapon X team extra armor. I'm trying Gambit here because Gambit is going to attack the enemies at the end of each of their turns, but it doesn't really work that well as we'll see. On my next run, I might try Kitty because she's not on my main team. So quick note on arrangement, we want to have Omega Red on the end, either end, because we don't want him to get slowed. Unfortunately, he did get slowed. It happens. Now, the reason that Gambit doesn't work out particularly well here is that he targets the lowest health enemy at the end of each turn, and that is Zemo, who we don't really care about anyway. Our goal is to damage Madeline as much as possible, but because Omega Red got slowed, he never even gets to go. We get blown up. Not a great sacrifice, but sometimes it's going to go that way. So now we're going to go in with our main team, which is going to be Axeman plus Rogue. Note that Rogue is a skirmisher. I have her striker level blue level 4, but for her to work on this node, she's got to be a skirmisher, unfortunately. So I do switch her back and forth, which is a pain. So the way this opens is pretty unlucky. The reason is that Bishop dropped his defense up but kept his taunt, which really sucks. That will happen very occasionally, but almost always the taunt will go first. So it's going to lead to a close call here, but this really shouldn't happen very often. Going to use the Bishop Special. Again, whenever we're trying to deal single target damage, the Bishop Special is the way to go. We'll use his ultimate on the next turn. And again, our goal is to kill Madeline. Now, because my Omega Red never got to go last time, Madeline has more life than I'd like. She survives. She uses her passive to grab the Cersei, who absolutely whacks my bishop and almost kills him. So, very lucky I survived, but again, unlucky that I was in that situation in the first place because Bishop lost his defense up but kept his taunt. Okay, he did survive, thankfully. Now we're going to use the Beast Ultimate. And our goal here on this first wave is going to be to kill Cersei because we talked about with the bio nodes, particularly the bio boss, there's a Eternals pair on the bio boss that come on separate waves. So that means if there's a Cersei here, we know that Icarus is coming. We just have to kill Cersei. I'm going to use Jubilee ult on Emma. That stun is never going to land while she's in diamond form, but it will rewind her turn meter because I want to keep my buffs. So again, our goal here is just going to be to kill Cersei. So now it's time for Bishop ult. We used the special last time, and that's going to get us some kills. That'll get some turn meter. Note that I could use Rogue special here. The thing is, Cersei is slow. She has no turn meter. There isn't really much point to doing that, so I'm going to save it. Now, if Cersei had full turn meter, I would probably just use the special there and rewind her. Okay, so next wave comes down. We've got Cable, we've got another Negasonic, and we've got Agatha. My two targets now are going to be Cersei and Agatha. Okay, so this worked out well. This is Jubilee's second turn. She's got her special up. We've got these blinds, offense down, defense down slow, so we can spread that. That's nice. It's not always going to work out that well, but doesn't have to. And now we get the Bishop ult. It's going to just destroy this wave. But again, if this goes a little slower, that's fine. The main thing is just that you get slows out on the team so you can control it. And again, I'm never caring about these Negasonics. We'll take the kills, but we don't really care if they stay on the board. Okay, Icarus is down. Again, number one goal is just to kill Icarus. Thankfully, Cersei is dead, so it's more manageable. We'll notice that I am going to attack Miss Marvel once to get a vulnerable on her. Because we know as soon as Icarus goes under 50%, or any of these people go under 50%, she's going to taunt, and I want to be able to remove that taunt. So he goes under 40%, he clears his debuffs, full heals, she taunts. I'm going to use the Rogue Ultimate here. No, I'm not using the special because I don't care to rewind Miss Marvel, I don't care what she does, and I want to save it because we're going to have bigger problems to deal with. So again, if this were a situation where I could rewind Icarus with the Rogue special, I would consider doing that. Instead, I just use the ultimate to get damage out. And now I'm going to go back to killing Icarus. Icarus is going to get a turn here, but Cersei's dead, so you know that does some damage, but it's not the end of the world. If Cersei were up, then that would pretty much kill us. So if you are not able to one-shot this, as with the Bio Boss, your goal on the previous wave has to be to kill Cersei. You cannot bring this next wave down while Cersei is alive. So she really just has to die first. And then again on this wave, we need to get Icarus out before anything else happens. Okay, now our third problem, so we got the two Eternals down, is Morgan. So we know this is probably the best character in the game. She has massive resistance. We are lucky to get a stun here, or a slow here, but if we didn't get the slow, we would still have a lot of other options to deal with her, as we'll see. So I'm just going to start dumping everything into Morgan. I don't really care about these other characters. Just as much damage out as possible. We'll take the kill on Miss Marvel for a turn meter, excuse me, if we can get it, but our main concern is just to get rid of Morgan. So now I finally do use that Rogue special. That's our trump card for turn meter rewind, and that basically takes Morgan out of the fight. But I'm just going to keep hitting her until she's dead, because she's really the only remaining problem on this node. Still going, and now she's finally going to die with the Bishop Ultimate. And now our only real challenge is the timer. This node does take a long time, especially because we got a pretty bad sacrifice attack to start. And now I'm just going to auto because why not? But so the key here, big picture, first wave, kill Madeline. After that point, we want to control Emma or rewind Emma. Hopefully Emma does not get her ultimate off. If she does, it's okay. From there, excuse me, we want to kill Cersei on the second wave. Agatha is our secondary target. Third wave, we want to kill Icarus, and we want to make sure that Icarus is dead by the time Morgan spawns. Hopefully when Morgan does spawn, we have multiple slows, stuns, rewinds, etc. because she will resist everything. But if we've got those tools available, we can control her and finish the node in 2 hits. Okay, bye everybody.